everyone, it's Kay here back with another video, and I'm so excited for today's video because I'm going to be doing a November plan with me in my digital planner. I did one for August, which I will be sure to link down below, but I had so much going on in August since it was the start of my senior year of college, and so I didn't get around to filming an October plan with me, but I made time for this November plan with me. So let's go ahead and jump into my iPad here. So if you've been around my channel before, you know that I like to plan in the app called GoodNotes 5, and I've currently been using my academic student digital planner that I have available in my shop, and I'll be sure to leave that linked down below for you as well if you'd like to check that out. But just to kind of show you what my October monthly page looked like, it was pretty basic. I am a very functional planner. I don't really do a whole bunch of decoration and stuff. I really only use stickers whenever I know that it will help me plan, and I do like to use a few decorative stickers to fill empty space and whatnot. So this is how my October turned out for that month. And then I actually was experimenting a little bit with kind of the hand-drawn artistic style weekly pages because I found that I really liked this for this last week of October, so I'm hoping to carry that over into November. And I will show you how I made this. I made this weekly layout using the app called Procreate, so I'll show you how I made this and pulled it into my planner. As far as that goes, I've really just been planning using my monthly template for October and then writing down kind of like daily to-do lists, but I really liked using this weekly template. And then I'm using kind of the to-do list template that's already available in my planner for kind of my last to-dos for each of my classes. I'm only in 3 classes right now and they're all online, so I kind of have just all the tasks that I need to do and need to check off for these classes since we are approaching the end of these classes, thankfully, for my fall semester. I also made a projects page. I'm gonna have to blur out a few of the projects so I can keep some surprises in my back pocket for you to see what's coming from KDigitalStudio, but I also made this projects page in Procreate. And then we have our blank November page, which I'm going to plan. So what I like to do when it comes to planning is I actually like to do it all within GoodNotes for the most part. So I'll actually go into my folder here on GoodNotes. I actually have a dedicated stickers folder here. And so I used to keep all of my digital stickers here in this sticker book, and I'll be sure to link my videos and products related to sticker books down below if you're interested in checking that out. However, since I've just been using kind of the stickers that I've created, either available for free on my website or within my shop, I've just been keeping them within the pre-cropped GoodNotes sticker sheet that is available for each of my purchases. I've just been leaving them in their sticker sheets. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up a few of the sticker sheets that I think I'll use for November. I most likely will be heavily relying on my November monthly sticker pack from last year. I haven't had time to create one for this year, but I really adore the one from last year, so I'll probably be using this a lot. And then I always use kind of my content creator influencer sticker kits so I can put in my upload dates for YouTube and stuff. I really enjoyed my Halloween sticker set, which you saw in my October monthly plan with me, and I'll probably use the Ready Mindset digital planner sticker add-on. So if you are a newsletter subscriber with me, you can get the Ready Mindset planner for free on my website. And then maybe the student sticker set, not 100% certain on that. And then we'll get the finances sticker set. All right, so going back into my planner for GoodNotes, I actually like to have my Google Calendar pulled up off camera. I have it pulled up on my laptop here so I can really see all the dates that need to go in for November because my student digital planner is undated, so I need to go in and date it. And then it also has all my deadlines on there as well. So I like to have my deadlines in multiple places. If you're not new around here, you know that I like to have deadlines in multiple places. So I'm going to go in and add in the dates for November, and I'll show you how I do that. So I'm just going to go in and find some date dots that I like. I know I have date dots here in my November sticker set, so I have these that kind of look like wreaths, but I might just do regular numbers. Let's see. Actually, I think I'll use these. I really like the way these look. Alright, so I'm just going to circle all of those and hit copy. And then I'm going to go back into my planner and hit paste. And then I'm just going to resize all of them how large or how small I think they need to be. So I think that is a good size. So I'm just going to separate all of these so it's easier for me to use. I'll get rid of 31 because we don't need that. Okay, so November is starting on a Sunday this year. That is so satisfying to me. And I'm just gonna go in and drag all of these stickers to their respective day. Okay, so now I have all of my dates in for November, and I think since these boxes are blank, since they represent December, I think I might actually go in with kind of a different set of date dots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Ready Mindset add-on sticker set here, and I think I'm going to copy the date dots from this set. Going to bring them back over into my planner and get them to a good size. Awesome. Let me just get rid of all of the numbers that I don't need. Okay, so now I'm going in and dating these days. Now, something else I like to do, kind of just to let my mind know that this is part of December, is I like to go in my shape tool here, and I'm going to select fill color, and then I'm going to go in and select probably an orange color as well, and then I'm just going to go in and box those off. And then if I need to, I can lasso and readjust. So that's something that I like to do for my planning. All right, so now that I have my calendar dated, I can just go in essentially and finish the rest of my planning. So I'm going to start with all of my deadlines and whatnot for YouTube. So I upload every Friday, so I'm gonna go in and put my upload day stickers. So I'm gonna head over to my influencer content creator set, and this set comes with a lot of different colors, so I'm trying to decide what color I want to use here. Probably this yellow. So I'm going to go in and copy these over. And I really like to zoom in with these stickers to make sure I get it exactly sized how I want it. There we go. And so now that I have it the appropriate size, I can just copy and lasso again on all these days. Okay, so now that I have my upload days in, I'm going to go in and kind of do the rest of my planning. So I think next I'm going to kind of worry about my finances. So I'm going to scroll back to October to see exactly when my payday falls. All right, and then going into my finances sticker set, I'm going to choose a color. So I think I'm going to continue with kind of this yellow color here. I'm going to use this payday sticker. Paste that over. Okay, so now that I have my paydays in, I'm going to write where that money is coming from. So this is from the Etsy shop. Perfect, and then I'm going to go in and do my bills as well. So scrolling back to October here to see where my bills fall. Okay, so it looks like I have bills on the 21st, the 25th, and obviously the 1st since that's rent. So we're gonna go in and put those in as well. And I really like this yellow sticker here that I'm using for October as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lasso and copy that sticker from October, jump to November, and then I'm just going to paste in those bills. Then going into my finances section, I like using the rent sticker here, so I'm just going to use that one. Okay, so now that I have all of my paydays and payments and bills into my calendar, I'm going to go in and put in all of my school assignments and deadlines. So I do have my student sticker set, which has everything you could possibly need as a student when it comes to writing out your deadlines. However, because I like to color code my classes, I normally just write them in the different pen colors. So that is what I'm going to do for November as well. So I'm actually going to change my pen color up here to this lime green. Since I only have 3 classes, my 3 classes are color-coded by lime green, red, and blue. So I'm going to go in and add in all of my deadlines and due dates for the lime green color-coded class. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and write all my deadlines for my red color-coded class. So my green color-coded class is my polymer chemistry class, and then my red color-coded class is my biochemistry lab, and then lastly the blue color-coded class is my quantum chemistry courses. Okay, so now that I have all of my deadlines written down for October for my classes, I'm going to go back into my black pen color here. I'm just going to write out a few other deadlines that I have that aren't entirely related to classes, but that I don't necessarily want to use a sticker for. Okay, so now that I went in and put in all of my kind of extra deadlines I didn't necessarily want to use a sticker for, I'm essentially done with kind of the planning process for my monthly. I am going to go in and put in a few stickers for like Thanksgiving and stuff, so I'm going to head over to my November monthly sticker set. And I really like these stickers that I created for this set, so I think for Thanksgiving I'm probably going to use this sticker, Best Leg Day Ever, and just paste that over for the 26th. So now I can just kind of go in and decorate kind of these blank spaces here on my November monthly. So let's see what we have from this sticker set. I really like this sticker, so we'll see if there's a good spot for it over here. Okay. I think I'm going to go into my bookworm sticker set and use some of these floral pieces. What I really like about all of my sets is that they match in some way. I really kind of like these like deep jewel tone colors, so I'm going to carry that over into November. So I think this is as far as I'm going to go for decorating my monthly for November. As more deadlines and dates come up, I always just come in and kind of write these in with the pen tool of GoodNotes. Yeah, there are a few kind of YouTube and business related deadlines that I will probably put in off camera just because I want to keep a few things as surprises, so when they come, they'll come. But I am going to show you how I made my weekly spread here for October in Procreate. So I really like this spread and I want to carry it over into next month. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn off my pen tool and I'm just going to exit out these sticker sets here. Then I'm going to go into my home button. Okay, so and my home button will bring me to my template library of this planner. So lately I've really been liking the doc grid, so that's what I'm going to use here. So I'm just going to select that. There's two ways that you can do this. You can screenshot the page, or you can export the page as an image, and I recommend exporting the page as an image for Procreate. So I'm just going to click this up arrow right here, export this page, select image, and then export. And then I'm going to save that image to my camera roll. And then I'm actually going to come up here to the three little dots in the right hand corner, select copy page, and then I'm going to select my November monthly. I'm going to select this plus page option. I'm going to make sure that I have the after page toggled on here. Then I'm just going to select paste page. And essentially here I'm just setting up my page for the weekly, and I'm just doing that after the month. Now I do want to say that the student digital planner comes with these blank weeklies, so I could technically go in and select that weekly box and then paste my weekly on top of that. However, lately I really just like being on my monthly and then scrolling to the next page, but you can do it either way. So I'm going to go out and into the Procreate app. And so here you can see where I was creating different pages for my planner there. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to select this photo option and then select that photo that I exported. And so here is my exported planner page. So now essentially you can draw and write whatever you want on this page to import later into your planner. But I'm going to show you how I make the weekly pages. So I'm going to go in here, and this is kind of my brand palette. So this is just a standard black. And then I'm going to go in and go into my lettering brushes and select my mono weight. But An alternative to that is actually using Procreate's monoline under, I believe it's not that, inking? Calligraphy. Okay, so you can use Procreate's monoline brush that's already like native to the app. Under calligraphy, you can select this monoline. And monoline and monoweight essentially mean as much pressure as you apply with your pencil, it won't change. So for instance, with this script brush from Procreate, how hard I press will change kind of the stroke, the weight of the stroke. But I want to make sure that no matter how hard I press, I still have a line that's the same size throughout. So I'm going to go in, make sure I'm on my monoweight brush, and then I normally kind of like to just scribble on the screen to find a good size that I like. So with my monoweight brush, I'm around the 4% size. And then you can either use the dot grid as kind of your lines or your rulers, or you can go in to the wrench icon and then select canvas and select drawing guide. So this is an option. You can also go in and edit your drawing guide. Okay, so now that I have my drawing guide how I want it, I'm actually going to come up here to my layers panel and make sure that I'm drawing on top of the page layer, because if I draw directly on that page and I find that I don't like something, it's going to erase the page, erase the whole layer, and you don't want that. So you want to make sure that you have kind of a blank layer on top of your page layer here. So then you can go in and draw your boxes. And with Procreate, you can hold your pen on the page, and for some reason, sometimes Procreate doesn't complete the shape, so I'm just going to go in and do that. Okay, so now that I have my box, I know that if I want to place the same size box underneath, that it's going to fall off the page a little bit. So I'm actually going to go in and select my select tool. I'm going to select freeform and then just kind of push this up a bit. And we'll see if that works. I'm going to go in and duplicate. And under snapping, I'm going to make sure that I have snapping and magnetics on. It's going to help me make sure that those boxes stay in line when I move them. Okay, so there's 2 boxes there, and then I'm actually going to group these and then duplicate that grouping and then do the same thing. Move it to the side, duplicate again, move it to the side. So now I'm going to go into one of the groupings and kind of just duplicate one of those boxes because I only have 6 and there's 7 days in a week. So I'm just going to move this up. Okay, so an issue I'm running into is that whenever I move this box, there's not enough space to get it on that side of the page, so I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to pull that out of the grouping, and then I'm going to kind of swipe on each of the groupings here like this, then go up to my select tool, and then I can move all of them at once. Try and scoot them over a bit and see if I can get this one to fit. No. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually is delete this, group these, and do a uniform resize. I find experimenting with kind of the tools that Procreate has is really helpful, and this is kind of how I draw a lot of the layouts within Procreate. Okay, so now that I have that placed how I want it, I'm going to go back into a grouping, just duplicate one of those boxes, and then move it over. Now we have a good line. So now I'm just going to select all those groups again, move them over how I want. So now what I can do is I can just merge all of those together by pinching. So now that I have these ready to go, I'm just going to go ahead and turn off my drawing guide because I no longer need that. And so now we're left with our weekly boxes. Go into my wrench icon and go in and add some text. My last weekly spread at the bottom, I had a like, what am I up to kind of text, so I think I'm going to repeat that. So I want to make sure that I have it all selected before going in and changing the font. Okay. So I believe that font was called Moonline. I'll be sure to link that below if you're interested in checking out that font for yourself. So I'm going to actually go in and change that to lowercase. And then I like to resize the font actually by using the select tool. So I'm going to do the same here. Okay, so now that I have this font, I'm actually going to go in and duplicate it. I'm going to click on it and click edit text, and then I'm going to go in and select the white color. Now you can't really see it, but I want to color over it and kind of give it an effect, some cute design or something. So I'm actually going to pull up my layer here and then go in and select either a pink like I did before, or maybe I'll kind of go with a different color this time around. So let's see. I'll go with this kind of light blue color. So the hex here for this color is this. So I'm going to go in and kind of find a cool brush that I want to use. So I'm just selecting Old Beach from the artistic brush library that's already available in Procreate. I really like experimenting with a bunch of brushes, so I'm going to use this one. So on this layer, I'm going to select clipping mask. I'm going to rasterize the text below. I'm going to make sure that I'm on my topmost layer though, and kind of just spread that across my text. Then I'm going to go in and darken the color a bit. Okay, so this is the hex code for the color that I chose. Going in on that same layer with my same brush, I'm going to do it on the bottom. Then lastly, I'm going to make sure I'm still on that same layer, go into my magic wand tool and go to Gaussian blur. Kind of blur it out a bit to get more of kind of an ombre effect. So once I get a blur that I'm satisfied with, I'm actually going to go back to this layer. I'm going to rasterize this layer, and then I'm going to make sure that I'm still selected on this layer, and then go back into my magic wand, go back into Gaussian blur, and then blur and make a shadow behind my text there. And then I'm actually going to go in, since I find that that blur is kind of harsh, I'm going to go in and actually turn down the opacity of that layer. I'm going to go into my select tool and kind of tap a little bit to get more of that shadow peeking out from behind, and then go back in and lower the opacity a bit more. So now I have kind of my what I'm up to for the week text down there, and I'm actually going to go in and just group that layer. So I'm going to make sure I have a new layer. I'm going to go into the black color here, and I'm actually going to go in and type out the days of the week. So I'm going to add text, and I'm just going to type out that. I'm going to do it in a different font. So the font that I'll use for my days of the week is called Pearberry, and I'll be sure to have that linked below for you as well. So now I'm going to go in and kind of rearrange my days. Then I'm going to go back into my layers, duplicate, move that over. I'm going to go in and click edit, and then change that to Monday. And then I'm just going to repeat that same process for all the other days. I imagine I'll get questions on why I'm not using the scribble functions within Procreate, and I'm still getting used to scribble on the iPad. I find that I use the keyboard a lot, more than I thought I did previously, and I'm not a huge fan of scribble, at least in Procreate just yet. It kind of pops up whenever I don't expect it to, and the keyboard is so tiny that I'm not 100% sure I'm a fan of scribble just yet. Okay, so now that I have my days of the week in for this month, I'm actually going to go in and create a new layer. So with my new layer, I'm going to go back in and choose my kind of light colored teal blue color that I was first originally working with. And then I'm going to go in and change my brush. And my favorite brush so far lately has been the Salamanca brush in the brush library that's already available in Procreate. It's under painting. And then I'm going to use that actually to kind of label my boxes here. So I'm just going to test some strokes on the screen to make sure I get a size that I like for this. And then I'm going to go in and kind of make like a cute watercolor effect for my days of the week there. If it happens to be super light, you can duplicate it and then merge them together. And then you want to make sure that this layer is below all of your text layers, because right now it's on top and we want ours underneath. So I'm just going to repeat the same process for the rest of the days. So now that I have kind of all my little swatches for the days, I can actually go in and merge all of these together. And so later, if I'm working on the same weekly page and I decide that I don't want the swatches, then I can easily just toggle it off. So that's kind of the basis on how I created that weekly page. Sometimes I'll go in with some different brushes and kind of fill in some of the extra blank spots here on the screen. I can go in and choose either splatter or flicks. There's also water, which I really like going into. I really like the water flicks. So I'm going to go in and kind of select my deeper teal color that I used earlier. And then under the water category of the brush library, I'm going to select water flicks. And then I'm going to go in and kind of just have these little dots everywhere. Okay, so now that I have a weekly page that I'm happy with, what I'm going to do is go up to my wrench icon and click share. And then I'm going to make sure that I'm sharing as a PNG. Save that image to my camera roll. And then we're going to head back over into GoodNotes. And then you can either paste this directly on your weekly page if you're using the student digital planner or a planner that's similar, or you can paste your weekly page on top of one that is behind your monthly page. So I'm going to go in actually, and then click the image tool, and then just select this. And then I'm going to actually crop out the tabs because I want to make sure that I'm still able to click the tabs within the planner itself. And I won't be able to with this since it's just an image. So I'm going to select crop. And then crop out my tabs here as best as I can. Now with my tabs cropped out, I can just resize this to fit the page within GoodNotes. And there is my spread within the GoodNotes app. I do want to make one point that if you do this, you want to make sure that if you're putting stickers and whatnot on top of this, that this is technically an image file. So if you have your lasso tool, you can select this, and you can see that there are different toggles that you can have for the lasso tool, so you can deselect and only pick up images or text boxes or handwriting. So if you're just handwriting, I would recommend turning these off and lasso any handwriting that you have on your spread, so you can lasso this and it will move fine on the spread. However, if I were to turn on all my lasso tools and then copy this, for instance, and then paste this over here, these technically are both images, so if I want to move this, then I will end up accidentally picking up the entire page. So that's one thing to be wary of. However, there is a workaround for this. You can make sure that you're on your lasso tool and then just tap and hold and then click edit for that specific sticker. And then you can move it around however you want and resize. So that's just one workaround, and it's one thing that I wanted to bring up. However, I'm mostly just handwriting and things for this spread, so I really like the way it turned out for October. So I'm happy to carry that over into November. And there's one other thing that I would like to do for my November plan with me, and it's something new this month and something that you'll also be able to participate in. So every month I'm hoping to release monthly challenge journals. So with the release of my new 2021 planners, I'm obviously moving more into kind of the intentional mindset when it comes to planning, and I'm carrying that throughout my products. And so I wanted to offer a really spectacular freebie for those who are subscribed to the newsletter, and that is the monthly challenge journal. So this is the one that I created for November. It just contains kind of like a November monthly. I will have a link to my Etsy and my shop page where you can purchase an entire bundle of this. So I will offer just the journal for free if you want to participate along with kind of the November challenge. But within the bundle, you can also get a matching sticker set, a digital print if you wanted to kind of print out the digital artwork in this, and just loads of other fun stuff that's available in that. However, this journal will be available for free on my website. What's great about this journal is I do want to get more into journaling. So this is kind of a self-reflection, kind of sit down with your thoughts and journal. So this is something that I want to do for November. I'm hoping to have challenge journals every month with kind of a new purpose. So this month I'm hoping to reflect more on this past year. So this is kind of what the journal looks like. So I'm going to make sure I have my no pen tool off, and then if you just tap the cover, it will open into your monthly page for November. So this is the monthly page. There are no linked weeks, but there are linked daily pages, and so you can tap any one of these days to jump to the daily spread. This will link back to the cover, and this will link to a blank index, so you can index as many pages as you want within this monthly planner. However, I'm going to scroll back to my monthly page, and then clicking any of these days will take you to the daily page, and each day there is a new prompt. So for November 7th, the prompt is, what do you need more of in your life? And then on this side of the page is more your standard planning. It has your schedule, it has kind of like a notes section, and then down here's a to-do list, and then here's the prompt page, and then gratitude. So I'm really excited for these journals. Again, I'm hoping to have these out every month, but this is kind of the first iteration of the November 2020 challenge journal, so I'm so very excited for these. Again, if you are a newsletter subscriber with me, you can get this journal for free to use, and if you're interested in the entire bundle, that will be available on my shop, so you can get a matching sticker set and a digital print and a color palette and just other really awesome things. So I'm so excited to try and incorporate this into my daily planning. So if you do end up downloading the November challenge journal, I would love if you could share your spreads with me. I would love to see how you are using the journal for not only daily planning, but also self-reflection and gratitude. So you can use this hashtag here. I'll be searching this hashtag every day to see what you come up with. But of course, you can also tag us directly so I can see your spreads. I would love to see it. But just to show you kind of what the whole November digital challenge bundle looks like. So there's a lot of good stuff in this bundle, so hopefully you'll enjoy everything that comes with it. So I really hope that you not only enjoy the new challenge journals that I'm hoping to release monthly, but also this November plan with me. So here's just a look back at my November spread. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this November digital plan with me. I really do like filming this video, so let me know if you like these videos as well down in the comments below. And also let me know what you are most excited for this November. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have in store for this month. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love for you to join the fam. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video.